Many people feel like their fears keep them from reaching their full potential. They want to be stronger and more confident, but they can't get past an invisible wall that stops them. We all have big dreams and goals, but the fear of failing, being judged, or even success itself can stop us in our tracks. Think about what would happen if you weren't afraid. Who would you become if you faced your fears and got past them? Stoicism teaches us that things don't bother us, our thoughts about them do. Epicurean Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life and a way to true freedom. When we learn to accept what we can't change and focus on what we can, we find our inner strength. As Marcus Aurelius said, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. In this video, we'll look at how to use Stoic principles to get over your fears and become the person you've always wanted to be. You will learn how to deal with problems with patience and calmness, how to stay calm in tough situations and find the strength to keep going. Are you ready? Watch this video all the way through to make sure you don't miss any important information. You can become the person you fear but want to be by following Stoicism. Don't let fear run your life any longer. Get your comments ready and let's go on a trip to learn about the timeless wisdom of Stoic principles. Number 1. Understanding fear. Imagine you are in front of a suspension bridge. On the other side is the light you've always wanted. You can see everything clearly. You want happiness, success, and peace, but you have to cross this bridge, which makes you nervous. Like the planks on the bridge, each step takes guts, but if you know how to safely cross each one, you'll be able to get across without any problems. Although fear is a normal part of being human and helps us avoid harm, it can become the biggest thing that stops us from reaching our goals and dreams if we don't learn how to understand and control it. Fear stops us in our tracks and makes us give up before we even start to become the person we're afraid to be. To understand your fear, you must first understand yourself. The wise Stoics taught us that things don't bother us, it's how we think about them that does. This saying makes the point that our fears come from how we see and respond to things. If you change your point of view, you will change how you feel. How do you understand fear? Take the time to write down your fears in a book. This is the first step you need to take. Be honest with yourself and don't leave anything out. As you write, you'll realize that some of your fears may not be as strong as you thought. Writing them down helps you see them more clearly and begins the process of music analysis. After writing down your fears, you should think about them in more depth. Ask yourself, what is the cause of this fear? What is the worst that could happen? Can I handle that situation? You will learn from these questions that many fears come from not knowing enough or having bad situations in the past. Once you know what's causing the problem, work on changing how you think about it. For example, if you're afraid of failing, remember that it's not the end, but a chance to learn and grow. As Marcus Aurelius said, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Failure is a normal part of life and a stepping stone to success. Once you understand what makes you afraid, you need to practice facing it. One way to do this is to put yourself in small situations that you normally avoid and gradually make them harder as you gain confidence. This will not only help you get used to the feeling of fear, but it will also show you that you can control and get past it. Fear is no longer an enemy when you understand it and face it. By facing and exploring your fear, you will learn that strength and courage don't come from avoiding conflict, but from facing it head-on and overcoming it. Apply Stoic principles to your daily life to live without fear's limits and make every day a step toward peace, happiness, and success. Remember that the most important thing in life is not to look for something new outside, but to face your fears and overcome them. Fear is a basic feeling that is very important for our survival. When we think we are in danger, our bodies and minds automatically respond in a number of different ways. To understand fear, you have to look into where it comes from, how it works, and how it changes behavior and choices. By learning more about the science behind fear, we can better control how we react to it and lessen the bad effects it has on our lives. How fear works in the brain. Fear comes from the amygdala in the brain, which sees danger and starts the fight-or-flight reaction. To do this, stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol are released, which get the body ready to act fast. Realizing that fear is a normal and important part of the human body is easier when you know how the brain works. Fear from a psychological point of view. Fear has important psychological aspects in addition to the physical ones. Some of these are learned habits and how we think about danger. You can be afraid of something logical, like a real threat, or irrationally, like a fear. Seeing these things can help you find and deal with irrational fears using cognitive behavioral methods. How fear changes behavior. Fear affects what we do and how we act, and it often makes us avoid things or not want to take risks. It can have an impact on both personal and work life, preventing growth and chances. Knowing how fear affects behavior helps people come up with ways to deal with and control their fears, which leads to better, more effective decision-making. The social and cultural aspects of fear. Fear is seen and dealt with in different ways by different groups and societies. Media and social norms can either make fear reactions stronger or weaker. Knowing these factors helps us see how our surroundings and situations affect our fears, as well as how shared fears can affect society or keep people in a cycle of worry. Tips for dealing with fear. Mindfulness, exposure therapy, and relaxation routines are just a few of the techniques that can help you deal with your fears. These techniques help people face their fears more gradually and lessen how strongly they react. Giving people these methods gives them the power to deal with their fears and improves their mental health as a whole. By looking into these important points, we can get a full picture of fear, where it comes from, and what it does. This information gives us better tools to deal with fear, which makes us stronger as individuals and as a group. Number 2. Defining the person you want to become. To become the best version of yourself and get over your fears, one important step is to clearly define the person you want to become. To do this, you need to have a clear picture of your future. Take some time to do a simple but effective thought exercise. Imagine that you are already the person you want to be. Think about your daily feelings, your job, your relationships, and how you deal with problems. Imagine the joy and happiness you feel every morning when you wake up, because your job not only pays you but also makes you passionate and dedicated. There is always love and support in your relationships with family and friends. When things go wrong, you feel confident and calm because you have mentally prepared for them and know how to handle them. By describing your ideal life in detail, you not only make your goals clear, but you also give yourself a strong drive to reach them. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, once asked himself, "What is your end goal?" Keep this Stoic message in mind and keep going. Sends a strong message to stay motivated and determined, dear friend. Keep your goals in mind and keep going after them, even when things get hard. One effective way to do this is to write down reminders and put them somewhere you can see them every day, like on your desk, in your journal, or on your phone. Every time you see these reminders, you will be inspired to keep going down the path you have chosen. Clearly defining the person you want to become is the first and most important step. The picture you draw is not only a destination, but also a powerful source of motivation that helps you get past fears and problems. Do not give up on your goals. Every day, remind yourself of why you started and picture the future you want. Walking the road of determination and never giving up will bring you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. So who do you want to become? Brave, strong and successful, or shy and unsuccessful? Feel free to leave your answer in the comments to inspire yourself and those around you. Number 3. Focus on what you can control. Have you ever thought about why different people can behave so differently to the same thing? For example, when stuck in traffic, some people get very angry and stressed out. Some people just put on their favorite songs and enjoy the moment. What's different about this? Focusing on what we can change is one of the most important ideas in Stoic thought. Let's look at a real-life example. People who get stuck in traffic during rush hour can't change the traffic, but they can change how they react. Instead of getting angry, they can choose to stay calm. You could use this time to listen to an audiobook, learn a new language with phone apps, or just enjoy your favorite playlist. Emperor Marcus Aurelius was wise when he said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." By focusing on what we can control, we can turn wasted time into chances to get better. This way of thinking is not just advice, it's a way of life. We shouldn't waste energy on things we can't change. Instead, we should focus on what we can. Our thoughts, actions and feelings are all under our control. To put this philosophy into practice, we should follow this philosophy. Start by writing down the things you can control in your daily life. Every morning, take a moment to think about the things you can control during the day and make a plan for how to get them done. When you're faced with a stressful or unexpected situation, remind yourself that you have the power to choose how to react. This takes practice and self-discipline, but the reward is a more peaceful, less stressful life. Imagine that you are at a crossroads and can choose which path you will take. The path of calmness and self-control will always lead to happiness and success in life. You are constantly faced with challenges and changes, but you have full control over how you respond and deal with them. Remember that calmness and self-control are the keys to getting through any problem. Focusing on what you can control will make your life easier to handle and more satisfying. Finally, start today by reminding yourself that you have the power to decide how to react to every situation. Don't let things that are out of your control stop you. Be proactive and determined on your path to conquer your fears and live the life you want. Next, let me tell you a famous story about Thomas Edison, the great inventor who failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Each failure didn't stop him. Instead, it taught him something. Edison once said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He was successful because he didn't give up and was able to learn from his mistakes. This story shows a key Stoic principle that can help you get over your fears and become the person you've always wanted to be. Number 4, embrace and learn from failure. Accept defeat and learn from it. Not only Edison, but also many other scientists fail thousands of times before they succeed. In life too, we will fail. What matters is how we respond and what we learn from those mistakes. Stoicism, an old way of thinking, tells us that every failure is a chance to learn and grow. As the wise saying goes, nothing bad can happen to you that you can't handle. By Marcus Aurelius. People often think of failure as a bad thing, but it's actually an important part of learning and growing. When we fail, we shouldn't let it get us down. Instead, we should see it as a valuable lesson and a way to move forward. This way, we not only learn from our mistakes, but we also get stronger and better prepared for future challenges. Failure is the mother of success, says a well-known saying. This saying stresses that every mistake is a chance to learn and get better. One good way to learn from mistakes is to write down what happened, why it didn't work, and what you could have done differently. This will help you look back on your mistakes objectively and come up with specific lessons you can use in the future. See every failure as a stepping stone to success. Every stumble is a chance to learn and get better. Imagine you are walking on a long, rough path, and each failure is a stone in the road. Instead of giving up, pick up that stone, look at it, and learn from it. Keep walking. Each step closer you get to your goal. Don't let failures discourage you or make you lose faith in yourself. Instead, see them as challenges you need to overcome to reach your goals. Accept and learn from your mistakes. Have a good attitude and be patient. Remember that success doesn't come easily or fast. Every success comes from sticking with it and learning new things all the time. Don't be afraid of failing. It's part of the journey. Every failure is a chance to get better and stronger. Start writing down your failures and the lessons you learned from them today. See them as important steps on the way to reaching your goals. Be the person you've always wanted to be, and live the life you've always dreamed of. Use every mistake as a chance to learn how to move on. People usually think of failure as a bad thing, but if you approach it with the right attitude, it can be a strong force for growth and success. To accept and learn from failure, you need to see it as a normal part of the learning process, know its worth, and use it to become more resilient and creative. People can reach their full potential and be more successful in both their personal and professional lives by seeing failure as a chance instead of a setback. Define failure. Again, people shouldn't see failure as a loss, but as a way to get better and reach their goals. By seeing loss as a chance to learn, people can get over their fear of it and instead focus on getting better and growing. Think about and analyze. It's important to take some time to think about what went wrong after failing. Thinking about the reasons and events that led to a mistake helps you understand it and stop it from happening again. Build up your resilience. To get back on your feet after failing, you need to build endurance. People who are resilient see losses as temporary and are more likely to keep going even when things get tough. Encourage creativity and new ideas. Failure often leads to new ideas and creative ways of solving problems. People can try out new ideas and methods without worrying about making mistakes if they are willing to fail. This creates an environment for experimentation and learning. Have a growth mindset. If you have a growth mindset, you believe that you can improve your skills and intelligence through hard work and commitment. This way of thinking pushes people to learn from their mistakes and see them as chances to grow personally and professionally. Accepting and learning from mistakes is a key skill that gives people the power to get past problems and reach their goals. Setbacks can be turned into useful learning opportunities by redefining failure, analyzing and reflecting on mistakes, building resilience, encouraging new ideas, and adopting a growth mindset. This way of thinking not only helps you grow as a person, but it also leads to success and new ideas in many areas of life. Number 5. Practicing patience and perseverance. See losses as temporary and are more likely to keep going even when things get tough. Encourage creativity and new ideas. Failure often leads to new ideas and creative ways of solving problems. People can try out new ideas and methods without worrying about making mistakes if they are willing to fail. This creates an environment for experimentation and learning. Have a growth mindset. If you have a growth mindset, You believe that you can improve your skills and intelligence through hard work and commitment. This way of thinking pushes people to learn from their mistakes and see them as chances to grow personally and professionally. Accepting and learning from mistakes is a key skill that gives people the power to get past problems and reach their goals. Setbacks can be turned into useful learning opportunities by redefining failure, analyzing and reflecting on mistakes, building resilience, encouraging new ideas, and adopting a growth mindset. This way of thinking not only helps you grow as a person, but it also leads to success and new ideas in many areas of life. Number 6. Maintaining a positive spirit. You can feel upbeat all the time, but it's also a powerful tool that can help you see things from a different angle and find new ways to deal with problems instead of giving up and giving in to pessimism. Think about the good things and the things you can change. Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, said, "This quote tells us that reason and calmness are the keys to getting through any problem. Don't let your bad feelings destroy you. Face them with calm and reason." One way to stay positive is to practice gratitude every day. Every morning, take a few minutes to think about the things you are thankful for. This helps you focus on the good things in your life and lessens your negative feelings. You can keep a gratitude journal and write down the small but important things that happen to you every day. This will turn into a good habit that will make you happier and more at peace. Along with being grateful, you should keep happy thoughts. Start your day by writing down the good things you expect. For times when things are stressful, make small goals and focus on what you can control. Pause, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is the good thing I can learn from this? You will learn to see things more positively this way, and you will stay positive all day. Life is a long journey, and along the way you will face many problems and challenges. If you only think about the problems, you'll quickly become tired and lose motivation. But if you focus on the good things in your life and appreciate your progress every day, you'll find the journey more enjoyable and much easier. Having a positive attitude not only keeps you energized, but also adds joy and satisfaction to your daily life. Remember that having a positive attitude doesn't mean denying your feelings or avoiding problems. It means having faith in them with calm and reason, looking for the good in every situation and learning from it. When you face problems, remind yourself that you can get through them and use them as chances to grow as a person. Start practicing thanks today and keep up the habit of positive thinking every day. Remind yourself that you can choose how to see and react to every situation. Not letting bad feelings and thoughts get you down is important. Keep an upbeat attitude and you'll get closer to your dreams and goals. Write down 3 things you're thankful for every day to start this journey. Share these with family and friends to spread the good vibes, and remember that every day is a chance to become the best version of yourself. Having a good attitude is important for your health and happiness in life. It means developing a mindset that is based on positivity, resilience, and gratitude. This helps people deal with problems in a positive way. Not only does having a positive attitude improve your mental and emotional health, it also leads to better relationships, more work, and a greater sense of satisfaction. Accept optimism. Always look for the good things in a situation. Talk positively to yourself and fight bad thoughts. Put yourself in places and situations that are good for you. Build up your resilience. Come up with ways to deal with stress and problems. Failures can teach you something, so look at them as chances to grow. Gather a group of friends, family, or teachers who can help you. Practice being thankful. Write down your daily blessings in a gratitude book. Regularly show thanks to others. Think about good things that have happened to you to improve your happiness and outlook. Mindfulness and meditation should be done. Make practicing awareness a part of your daily life. To clear your mind and feel less stressed, try meditating. Don't dwell on regrets from the past or worries about the future. Stay in the moment. Put self-care first. Make sure you get enough rest, food, and activity. Do things that make you happy and calm down as hobbies. You can protect your time and energy by setting limits. By making these habits a part of your daily life, keeping a positive attitude becomes a satisfying and long-lasting process that leads to a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. Number 7. Building a support network. A support network is a group of people who help each other out emotionally, socially, and sometimes financially. People in this network could be family, friends, co-workers, teachers, or professionals. For personal and career growth, it's important to build a strong support network. It can help you deal with problems, give you advice, and cheer you on, which will make it easier to reach your goals and stay healthy. Figure out what you need. Figure out what kind of help you need, mental, informational, or useful. Depending on your needs, you may need different kinds of help and different people in your network. Get in touch and connect. Get in touch with people you know and trust first. You can meet new people by joining online communities, clubs, or groups that share your hobbies and goals. Communication should happen regularly. Check in with your network often to stay in touch. Stay in touch by calling, emailing, or posting on social media, among other things. Help other people out. When you build a support network, you should also be willing to help others when they need it. Showing support and understanding will make your relationships stronger and make people more likely to help you back. Get a variety of people in your network. Include people who have different backgrounds, skills, and points of view. A network with a lot of different kinds of people can offer more advice, tools, and help. By paying attention to these important things, you can build a strong network of people who can help you get through life's challenges and reach your personal and business goals. Have you ever thought about what helps successful people get through tough times? A big part of it is the support system they have around them. Support from family and friends not only gave them mental strength, but also helped them deal with the tough parts of life. Marcus Aurelius, the ruler and Stoic philosopher, is a great example of someone who kept close relationships with advisors and friends. Marcus Aurelius not only relied on their knowledge to run the empire, but he also found comfort and support in them during hard times. These ties helped him stay strong and determined during his difficult times. An important Stoic thinker named Seneca once said that people can't be happy without friends. It's important to remember that happiness doesn't just come from personal success, it also comes from quality. Friends and family are sources of inspiration and drive that help us get through hard times and enjoy life. Beautiful moments in life. If you want to build a strong support network, you need to actively seek out and join community groups, clubs, or social activities that interest you. Doing these things not only helps you make new friends, but they also help you improve your social skills and build good relationships. For example, if you like sports, join a local sports club. If you like reading, join a book club. These activities will help you meet people who share your interests and build long relationships. It also takes time to keep and grow relationships that you already have. Regular get-togethers with friends, family, and loved ones to talk about feelings and experiences. In addition to making you feel closer and more linked, this builds a strong support network in your life. Think of your support network as the solid foundation that holds your house up through all the storms. If you have a strong network of friends and family, you'll feel more confident and ready to take on any task in life. To really build a strong support net, The people around you will be trusted friends who help you get through hard times and share your joys in life. When you network, you need to be honest and open with people. Listen, share, understand, and support each other. Every relationship needs care and nurturing to last and have meaning. If you are sincere and dedicated in your relationships, others will be sincere and dedicated to you in return. Start today actively seeking and participating in social activities, maintaining and developing existing relationships. Remind yourself that you're not going through this trip by yourself and that getting help from others is an important part of being happy and successful. To get over your fears and become the best version of yourself, dear friends, hold on tight to the 7 keys, the 7 Stoic principles we've talked about together. As Marcus Aurelius said, what matters is not the situation, but how you view it. Use these principles to get over your fears and become the person you want to be. We believe that everyone's journey is different. How has this topic changed yours? Leave a comment below this video to help other people see it. It could be a problem you solved, a lesson you learned, or a good change in your life. Finally, if you're not already a member of our community, click subscribe and turn on notification bell to make sure you never miss any of the useful videos we post in the future. See you in the next lesson.